Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as ever, my name is Shane, that's Shane This Games, and tonight we're going to be playing Nier Replicant for the PC. This won't be our first time playing it, so if you want to see how we got to where we're at tonight, or check out some of the games I've played in the past, be them obscure, unusual, or nostalgic, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. But for tonight, let's go ahead and get into the game. So we are playing a character named Max. He is currently on a quest to save his sister. His sister originally was having the problem that she was sick with a mysterious magical illness called Black Scrawl. Her current problem is she's been kidnapped by some evil dude named the Shadowlord. We've been trying to find out how to find the guy, but we put together a 5-part artifact that supposedly will lead us directly to him, so we are almost ready to go throw down with this jerk. We've just got some side quests first. Full disclosure also, I played the game a little bit off stream because one of the side quests we're going to have to do today involves a rare drop from an enemy. So I'm just going to load this up off stream and grind out those rare drops. Luckily, it didn't take as long as I thought it would. It only took about 20 minutes, which could have been a lot worse. But still, it was 20 minutes of me entering a room and then leaving the room to get it to reload and fighting enemies over and over again. So I'm glad I didn't have to show you guys that at least. Also, things that happened while I was playing off stream. Number one, I hit level 28, as you can see there. And number two, you know that cool spear I've been using for a while now? I realized I didn't put any words on that spear, so I've now got plus 20% damage on the spear, as if it wasn't already doing ridiculous enough damage. I had just completely forgotten to upgrade it, so that's a wonderful thing. Yeah, I'm just like, I honestly thought it was going to take about twice as long as that, because it is a rare drop, and rare drops are pretty rare in this game. So I am, really happy that it didn't quite go as badly as that. Numbers go upper, it's a wonderful thing. Alright, so we have just 2 side quests we need to complete today. Just 2. Neither of them are gonna be spectacular. As a matter of fact, I think one of these, just from what I've seen, is probably going to be one of the top 5 most frustrating quests in the game. But we'll see. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. There was a pupper back there, Rin. We've tried to pet him before. Unfortunately, we cannot interact with him at all. And also, Rin, you said maybe Frank Reynolds is Oscar the Grouch. I gotta ask you, like, be honest, if they were going to do a live-action version of Sesame Street for some reason, could they possibly do a better casting for Oscar the Grouch than Danny DeVito? I submit no, they could not. Danny DeVito is the ideal person to play Oscar the Grouch, I believe this. Garbage game. You have to be able to pet the dog. They did this entire remake. They could have made the dog pettable. They chose not to. I'm disappointed. Exactly, he was born for the role. He was born for the role. His entire life and career has been leading up to this moment. So the current side quest we are doing right here is the Broken Map side quest. Or Damaged Map side quest. What it is we found a guy in our hometown who wants to collect treasure maps. Which is a weird hobby, but I guess when you get down to it, all hobbies are kind of weird. So we tracked down what appears to be a treasure map for him, but unfortunately the map is damaged. So we are currently on a quest to get it repaired. And I think we have the supplies we need now to get it repaired, including that one that I had to grind for. So now we just need to take it to the Strange Things store in Facade. Hopefully they'll be able to fix it up for us. Yes! I am a big fan of Always Sunny. I really enjoy that show. And I'm finally caught up on it, too. That took a while. Alright. See if I can remember where the Strange Things store is. It's right over here. I think I remember it being pretty close to the entrance. Oh, I can't just jump down there for some reason. And... ah, here it is.
Hey, now I need a pump for a water fountain. Got anything like that?
That's another side quest we're looking into.
Some
Pump? No, that's not something I have. I could probably build one, but I need metal and electrical parts. It may be difficult to find them all.
What do you need?
I need 10 broken motors and 10 severed cables. You should be able to salvage both the robots.
Alright, I'm on it.
I actually probably have those already.
I got what you need?
I do. Yes, very good. Again, this will take a bit, but I will deliver it to the client once I'm done.
I'll let him know. I got the materials you needed. Not that I have any idea how they're supposed to be helpful.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he's going to use machine oil to fix an old map. One moment, please. You see, the machine oil loosens the grime, while the eggplant absorbs it. I can then use the goat hide to repair the damaged sections. There you are. Your book is restored.
Hey, this looks great. Let's get it back to the client.
Restored treasure map. Excellent. Let's go deliver this and then hopefully get our reward. It's a weird... Again, I'm still trying to struggle with imagining using that to fix parchment. You clean it with oil and then you soak up the oil with eggplant? That's one of those TikTok life hacks where you're just like, I don't know, man. There's gotta be an easier way to do that. An easier and a more logical way. I'm just saying, if I give someone like this ancient crumbling parchment that is one of a kind and completely irreplaceable, and the guy's like, oh man, I have a cool trick for fixing that involving oil and eggplant, I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna get a second opinion real quick, actually. I think I need to shop around before we do this, but you hang on to that thought. And don't go anywhere, just in case. But hey, this is still more than our client that we're shopping this for had before, so hopefully he's gonna see this thing, he's gonna go, oh, that's really cool, here's a thing, you're done. Hopefully. Alright. Picking up items along the way. I don't even know what I'm going to use all this stuff for. But I suppose if we ever get starved for cash again, we can always just sell a bunch of this stuff too. Because we do have an absolute mountain of crafting materials right now. And we're doing pretty good on both recovery items and buff items. So should we need to use some of those on boss fights, we should be in pretty good shape there. It's like asking someone to buy a Batman costume, a watermelon, and a taser you just got trusted. In that case, I think I'd say, I'll pick up all this stuff for you on one condition. I don't ever want to know what you're doing with them. Because this stuff inside my head right now, this gray squishy stuff, right now it's in pretty good shape. But if I find out what you're using all those things for, I have grave fears that it will not survive the process. So you just have your stuff, and then I will go my way, and you go your way, and we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that forever.
They'll deliver the pump as soon as it's ready.
Thanks much. Here's a little something, just because I care.
Just because you care? It's a job. Pay me. 20,000 gold, I'll take it. Just because I care. Potato printing! Oh man, lost. I'd forgotten about that. But yeah, I did that when I was a little kid too.
Is your husband around? I have something for him.
Sorry, he's out shopping for weapons right now.
The weapons shop is right here. The weapons shop is... Alright, for sure, whatever.
Oh, alright. Well, can you give him this book?
Fine.
If I may, madam, what is it about our transaction that has you so dissatisfied?
This is another map, isn't it? Well, as soon as he sees it, he's going to run off on some fool treasure hunt again. One of these days, he's going to get himself killed.
I understand. I know what it's like to worry about someone.
I don't suppose... Look, is there any way you can find this treasure? If you can track it down and bring it to my husband, that would be enough to satisfy his curiosity.
I think we can do that. But first, we gotta figure out where this map leads.
That seems like Popola's area of expertise. Perhaps she has some advice for us.
Yeah, let's go talk to her.
Surely you are aware that meddling in the affairs of a married couple will accomplish nothing.
Look, I took on a job, and I'm gonna see it through.
Your sense of duty is positively breathtaking.
Hey, I know what it feels like to worry about family. If we can keep others out of danger by handling stuff like this, I'm all for it.
It is a tremendous burden. And yet I cannot say I dislike that way of thinking.
These are dangerous waters. I definitely agree with Vice there. Havoc, welcome in. Yeah, he's a sassy guy. I appreciate his sass. Sass is always welcome in this channel, I think. Yeah, 20,000 just because I care? Hey, do you care about me too? I got stuff going on. That's like, here's a crossword puzzle book. I did all the puzzles for you. Hey guard, I have learned about an amazing treasure out there somewhere in the world. Oh really? What do you think it could be? It's this. It's this right here. I found it already.
Hey, got a minute? I have a map I need your help with.
Sure. What kind of map?
Here, let me show you.
This looks like a map of the Lost Shrine. Apparently this leads to some unidentified object of great importance. It also talks about a hidden room in the Lost Shrine where sunlight doesn't reach. I bet that's where your secret treasure is hiding.
A hidden room in the Lost Shrine, huh? Thanks for the help.
Oh, not at all. Glad to be of service.
Alright, so we're heading off to the Lost Shrine then. Never meddle in the affairs of married people, for you are squishy and disposable. It's true. Put that on a bumper sticker. It's brilliant. Alright, so for the Lost Shrine, we need to get the boatman to take us there. And then we'll get to try out the new mod on the spear. I put 2 words on it. One of them gives me bonus to attack damage, which is disgusting. And the other is a bonus to XP. Because I figured, since I haven't been upgrading my weapons very much, just upping my level should hopefully get me a little extra strength that'll be nice. And I do kill a lot of stuff with this spear, so I think we can get some good returns there. Does the game have a day cycle? The game does have different types of day and different weather, but it's not on a cycle. It's kind of just randomized.
Oh there, getting on?
Like when you go to certain new areas, it just kind of rolls the dice, and that's what the time of day / weather is. But yeah, sometimes like you'll go into the big field, and it'll just be like sunset, and it's kind of pretty. So there's that at least. All right. So number 1, we were just in the Lost Shrine yesterday because we need to get that item for the Fortune Teller quest. And number 2, we're going to be going back here once we're ready to go to the ending, because this is the path to the grand finale. But for right now, it's my understanding we don't need to go super deep into it to get what we're getting, so hopefully. Oh, I should mention, Shannon, one other thing is apparently it's like never night in this world. And apparently that's just like a feature of the game, is it's just, or a feature of the world we're in, is it's just never actually nighttime. And true enough, we've never seen areas in complete darkness before, which is kind of wild. Blackrock love relaxing to stream on, that's awesome. I'm glad you can get some relaxation out of it. I know especially the music in this game is frequently very relaxing. Not always. Some of it is pretty high tension, but a lot of it very chill. Alright, so I know there's some flyers up there. I really don't want to mess with them if I don't have to. So I'm hoping we can just blast up this cliffside and get into the shrine proper without having to mess with them too much. That'd be very nice. Can't put up with these guys, is all. There we go. If they attack me on the ladders, though, that could be a problem, but I don't know that they actually do that. My main personal dislike for the Niers is they're so bleak and gray. I mean, this one's very gray. Nier Automata, I think, it's got some gray portions, and it's also got some, like, brown tan portions. It's got a bunch of desert as well, I think. So, yeah, you're right. As beautiful as the games are, they do have a very limited color palette. And while I see they're going for a certain vibe, that vibe being sadness and lots of it, it can be a little boring if you're doing a lot of trudging around and backtracking. I'm with you there. Especially a game like this could do some really amazing things with a bit of a richer color palette. And you see little hints of it, like with the big field we were just talking about. But it's not a ton. It isn't, unfortunately. Alright. This will take us into the shrine itself. Nier, it's not like you're an indie. Back off with the look at me. So melancholy. It's trying. Really trying to get that going. But yeah, luckily I don't think Nier is going to try and pull the indie thing of... But actually, you see, the shades were all an allegory for cancer! Or something like that, like indie games absolutely love doing. I think we've talked about that before, is that with any indie game, the big question is, what kind of emotional damage are they going to try and inflict on you by the ending? You're just going to be, oh, you're playing a cute little sheep, and then at the end they're like, the sheep represents divorce. It never fails. You know, something I never thought about is I wonder if Kaine and Emil will level up along with me in the game. I don't know if they ever get stronger or if eventually they're just going to get sort of outclassed. Never actually thought about that. They do have some really nice areas, though. Oh yeah, the theme park. I've seen some people stream Automata before, and the theme park is very pretty. I agree. Alright, so we are looking for a secret room where the sun does not shine. Not 100% sure what that means, but we're going to explore around and see what we can find. And also kill a whole bunch of chickens. Because we can, and this spear is pretty ridiculous. Oh, it's not like totally OP. You notice it's not like one-shotting these guys or anything like that. I am still having to put up an actual fight against them. Just to be totally clear. I don't see anything over here. I'll snag that medicine herb, though. You were bored to use that weapon? I had my doubts. Because I really liked that you had a nice wide attack range with the one-handed swords. And also they were pretty decently fast, too. And with this, you do have a very narrow attack range, so you're basically just attacking whatever's directly in front of you. However, it does so much damage, and it really is, once it gets up to speed, it's light and fast, so I can't even complain that hard. Now, I still don't use two-handed swords, because even though they do mind-blowing amounts of damage, they're very, very slow. And I pretty much never like using slow weapons in video games like this. Like in fighting games, I always play the fast character, and in action games, I always pick the fast weapons. Just how I roll. You know, Shannon, one of the times we ran through the tower, there actually was a box puzzle in here. For some reason, the doors were blocked off and we had to push boxes out of the way to get to the doors. It wasn't a very hard box puzzle because we could actually jump on top of the boxes. So it wasn't ever that our movement was blocked at all. But, yeah. There was a box puzzle in here before. And then we defeated it, and now it is dead. And never more shall it return. Let's see if there's any more here. Another boss dude right here. Dodges melee attacks. Oh! Got hit in the back slap on that one. Ooh. Alright. And got our new word there, nice. Alright, he's down. See, nothing over that way. Spellcasting, I'll usually take spellcasting if that's an option as well. I'm with you there. I like fighting from a range, that's why I usually take like bow/crossbow type weapons if those are an option as well. Including when I'm really not supposed to, like, you know, Dark Souls. But, you know, mistakes were made. Distance trepanning for the win, I love that. For some reason my brain was like, that sounds like an Olympic sport. Distance trepanning. I would medal in that. I'm just saying. I don't mean to brag, but I love it. Take care of this guy. And then this might be the item we need here. Pile of junk.
Is this the treasure?
Not but a pile of junk. It seems this treasure map was a ruse.
Now what? His wife isn't gonna like this at all.
Well, you did technically find the treasure though, so let's head back and figure out what we want to do with it. Let's see, did you ever say what your favorite class is Destiny? I haven't really tried all the classes out very much. For the moment, I've mostly played Titan. And to this day, my most played class by far is Titan. I've been trying out Hunter a little bit though, and I do like that Hunter is a little bit more range focused. I actually have not made a Warlock yet, so I've still got to do that. That might be something I try to do during the next season. I figure since they're going to be doing Arc 3.0, maybe I'll do an Arc Warlock. That could be kind of nice. Test out the new system with them. Hey, Zebri, welcome in. How are you doing today? A ruse? A ruse! We've been rused, ladies and gentlemen. We have been rused. Jump down here. Let's see, Hunter's pretty fun with the lightning power. I haven't messed around with that yet, but I don't actually want to touch Arc right now, since it's going to be remade in about a week and a half. But I am excited to see what they end up doing with Arc 3.0. I have liked the other reworks so far. If the audio is competing with me a little bit, let me know if it keeps happening after this area, and I'll adjust if necessary. Thank you for letting me know. We got more. Actually, yeah, I can see it over here. The audio is a little bit loud. Question is it the music, or is it... No, it looks like it's my attacks. Alright. Let's do... Where are we doing? Sound... sound effect volume. Let's turn that down a little bit. Music seems okay, I think. Alright, let me know if that's any better now, and I'll jump from there. Thank you for letting me know, I appreciate that. Alright, let's get out of here. A bamboozling ruse! Excellent, excellent. Alright, so... So the woman was hoping we were going to find a cool treasure, and then her husband would be like, oh, a cool treasure. Now I don't need to go do something stupid to risk my life, but if all we found is a pile of junk, I don't know that that's going to do it.
Oh there, getting on?
We shall see, though. Yeah, right now, I've been running a Solar Titan for a long time anyway, but then they did the Solar rework, and I've been enjoying it. Now I'm just throwing big flaming hammers at everybody, and it's a wonderful thing. So I'll be eager to see what the Arc rework's about, and I'm also, of course, very curious what the storyline for the next season is going to be about, too. No idea there. Alright.
How'd it go?
We followed the map, but all we found was a pile of junk.
I see. In that case, can I ask you to sell my jade hair ornament and purchase something shiny with the proceeds? Then we can give it to him and pretend that you found it.
You sure? This looks pretty valuable.
That's because it is. But if it keeps that idiot husband of mine home safe, then it's worth it.
Well, that's kind of sweet.
Well, should we obey the wife's request and sell her jade hair ornament?
Yeah, let's go sell it, sure.
Well, if that's what she wants, let's go to the Strange Things store and see what we can get for it.
And now we're heading back to Facade, which is, maybe you're starting to see why I said this side quest is not the best. Because we are doing a lot of running around for it. I think the boat said it went to Facade too. I have no idea how. But we'll take a look. Is this that story that Disney keeps remaking? I mean, I know this game has been remade and remastered a bunch of times. I'm not sure if that's what you're
Oh there, get...
Yeah, it says it can take me to the desert. I don't know where that goes, because where is there a river in the desert? But I guess we're about to find out. Oh, he's on the sand there. Where the heck are we? I don't recognize this place. Somebody over here, though, with a side quest.
What are you doing in the middle of the desert?
My question exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, just tracking wolves. They've been on the move lately, so I was
Stop it there.
curious.
Oh, well, be careful.
Alright, that's weird.
Is that?
Yeah, that is the girl who was almost killed by her lover.
Oh,
There can be no reason for her to be wandering alone in the desert.
Oh, I'm sure there's a reason. Grown-ups always have reasons for stuff like that.
A bit of a simplistic analysis, but perhaps true nonetheless. And seeing how our little group is often a half step from madness, I suppose we've little room to give advice on such matters.
yeah, where the heck are we? Alright. Super weird. I don't know that I can find that again, but we'll see what we can do. So where are we going? This way? Yeah, we're heading over this way, it looks like. Oh, jeez. And I got poison. Lovely. Yeah, email speaks the truth, but also so does Vice right there. Yeah, adults always have a reason for doing what they're doing, but it's sometimes bullshit. Speaking as an adult that bullshits frequently my way through life, I can confirm this. Oh, Chinedin, I know the one you're talking about. It's The Gift of the Magi is the story right there. We had to read that in high school, I believe. So I know what you're referring to. Yeah, it's not saved just yet. Get the strange thing in store first. Want to trade this hair ornament for something shiny? Sure thing. How about I give you this old gold coin for it? Alright, sure. Old gold coin? That sounds like a treasury thing. That's good. Let's just head back, give the guy the gold coin. Hopefully that's all he needs. Oh, Ren, thank you for the link right there. I'm like, I don't know for certain if it's public domain, but that would make sense why it's in schools. They do love them some public domain text. Hence Shakespeare. Hello.
Hey, I remember you. Are you still tracking wolves?
Yeah,
No, I've moved on to Shades. They've been pretty active lately.
Huh. Well, be careful, alright?
She is closer to the village now.
You sure it's not just your imagination?
No, she's definitely closer.
Are we to arrest the poor girl for loitering?
Just creepy is all. Ah, the wiki mentions media that reference it. That's cool. I appreciate when it does that. Hopefully you can find the story you were thinking of there. But it is a classic, definitely. I mean, the original is a very well-written story, I'd say. Alright, now to see if I can find the boatman again. Where was he? So there's a little plateau over here. It's somewhere. It does, alright. So I'd seen that little steps before, but I'd never actually taken it down here. Alright, cool.
Oh there. Getting on?
Shortcut unlocked. That'll save some time for this side quest at least. Alright, so now we're back in the village. We can drop off that gold coin and see if that settles things. Which we've already been cranking on the side quest for a while. Hopefully, that's all we need to do. And he's back, too!
Afraid to ask for...
Yes! Gold! That map was right all along! Not sure it's enough to roll around in, but maybe I can make it work.
Oh, how wonderful. Now will you please promise to stop with all this treasure hunting?
I promise, honey. From now on, it's nothing but good, honest work for me. Oh, but wait. There's one more thing.
Oh no.
Here. This is the first map I ever found. Take it. I won't be needing it anymore.
This map's even more cryptic than the last one.
Yet I feel confident the rubbish it will lead us to is the same. Now come, we've little time to waste with such trifles.
Probably, but treasure hunting is all about believing in what's possible, Vice.
Such things are beyond even my comprehension.
Think of it as a game, if that helps. Now let's go talk to Popola and see if she can help with the map.
Alright, so the guy is satisfied now, so we're technically done with the request, but now we've got another treasure map, and maybe we can get ourselves some treasure after all this? Because I can't help noticing nobody paid me for any of that. But we gotta get some recompense for all that work. But wait, there's more! Alright, well, like I said, the last map did kind of lead us to a pile of trash, so... As Vice said, there's no guarantee this one's going to lead us to anything interesting either, but, gotta believe in the possibility. Gotta remain hopeful. Excuse me. And we're right here anyway, so it's not like it's a huge hardship. Go stop in on Popola.
Hey, I've got another map for you.
Alright, let me take a look.
Here.
Well, the code on this is pretty tricky, but I think it's a map of the Northern Plains. It mentions something about the place where the Iron Bridge starts, but that's all I can make out. Sorry I can't be more help.
No, this is great, Popola. Thanks.
Alright, where the Iron Bridge starts. There's a couple of bridges in the plains, so I'm not 100% sure which one is the iron one, but we'll go take a look. Especially if we use the boar, it won't be too much trouble to just check them out. Let's go do the thing. And hopefully we'll get a nice treasure. Gotta hope after all that stuff. That's about all we got. Alright. Okay, there's a bridge right here. I don't think it's an iron bridge necessarily. Like, I don't know metals. It's rusted, so it was made out of some sort of metal. I know that much. By where it starts, probably doesn't mean over there, but could, I suppose. I guess we'll have to check both ends of this big bridge. Let's check over there first of all. Check that end of the bridge and see if there's anything interesting over there. Because the other end of the bridge is down at the canyon. Head down there if we don't have to. Because I don't feel like it. The real reward is the friends I made along the way, not giving the money. I mean, if I follow a treasure map, I am hoping for treasure. And as much as I do treasure my friends, you know, I usually don't have to follow a map to get to my friends. I'm expecting cash money for that. Expectations, that's the name of the game here, folks. Now I'm imagining one of my IRL friends being like, you have no idea how to get to any of our houses if it wasn't for Google Maps. Not technically a treasure map, true, but yeah, that is a thing. Can confirm. Oh, I see something over there. That does look conspicuous. Obtained the Spear Labyrinth Shout. Alright. We got a new weapon. I can cross that off of our checklist here. Excellent, beautiful. And that leaves only one side quest that we need to do today. And then we're in good shape. Would you settle for a nice hot dog with an adequate amount of ketchup on one? I'd take that. That sounds nice. Yeah, same here, Siamese. I have a terrible sense of direction.
Wow.
It would appear this latest treasure map was the real thing.
Yeah, I'd say this is an ample reward.
Quest the damage map is complete. Alright, one side quest left. And this one is also a bit of an irritating one. It involves this bridge, I believe. Let me double check the map. Yeah, it involves that bridge right there. So what it is we got a quest a long time ago to defeat a shade at that bridge. The problem is he isn't always there. There's a bit of RNG as to whether he appears or not. So what we have to do in this thrilling adventure is we are going to have to leave the area and then come back a couple times and hope that he spawns. Now, supposedly, I've been told that one of the cues that he might spawn is it's cloudy skies, whereas right now it's clear skies. So, let's do this thing. If you're wondering why I tweeted "May the RNG be kind," this is why. The haberdashery! There and back again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. A Nier tale. Alright, see, it's kind of overcast now. I don't see a big shade over by the bridge, though. Is it not overcast enough? Where is this asshole? I mean, there's all these guys, but they usually show up here. I don't see a big shade. It's supposed to be a big shade. God, I love that spell. Take out the small fries while they're all down like that. No, I don't see a big guy over here. Try crossing the bridge real quick, see if there's anything over there. A big Shane? I am a large dude. Can confirm. Let's see, my local library used to organize a scavenger hunt around town. That was a lot of fun. They give a gift voucher to the first few winners. That's cool. I appreciate a good scavenger hunt. Which is also why I'm a big fan of, what do you call it? Geocaching. I don't know if anyone here has ever done geocaching, but at least in the pre-COVID era, I love geocaching. A friend of mine got me into it in college, and I had a lot of fun doing that. Would a big shade be like Andre the Giant size? That would be Titanic. That dude is enormous, he really is. Shannon, you've tried it a few times. Have you had any luck? I'm curious. Rin, thank you for the link. I'm curious if anybody in here has done any geocaching before. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. It is pretty cool, especially if you like exploring local parks. You know, you tend to find a lot of parks and stuff that you didn't know about before, which is kind of nice. Alright, I don't think this is the right conditions, but I'm just going to hop down to the bridge to see if he shows up. I'm not thinking so, though. Nope, no big guy here. Alright. Let's see, Shannon and I did find a few things. Spent about an hour walking circles, patterns, zigzags, and on random around a tree to find something. Twice, because like Mr. Grump, I am not a smart man. Hey, some of those geocaches are hidden very well. I have definitely found a geocache inside a stump before, cleverly disguised. And I've seen on TikTok some even more clever ones. I know one of the ones around town was just in a magnetic box stuck to the bottom of a public bench, which is kind of cool. Alright, see, this looks particularly gloomy. Could this be the right conditions? I'm going to take the boar over there so that'll save us some time. Get you up! There he is!
I've never seen a shade this large around here.
Be careful. This is a formidable foe.
Whoop. Alright, so let's take out all the small fries first, then we'll take him out. I see he's another guy that throws those wind blades around. We've dealt with them before. Ooh, rare drop. Whoop. Oh, jeez, who's shooting that? Whoever's shooting that needs to stop. Whoop. God, that's a lot of blasts. Alright. Take that guy out, sure. Another small fry out. Good. Alright, there we go. Alright, I've already done a little bit of damage, but yeah, he looks like he's going to be tough. I'm going to do a safety medicinal herb in case he is some sort of killing machine. He did say he was a formidable foe, and I'm going to trust him on that. I notice he's barely taking damage, but he is taking it. So this might take a bit. I don't want to get too close, though, in case he does do a shitload of damage once we get close. Actually, this is taking a while. We might want to risk it. Let's compromise here. Let's go into items. And let's use a defense drop. Sure. Halves damage from physical attacks for 30 seconds. Let's try this. Okay, Chinenda, one of the ones I did find was a thick branch on the forest floor that was sawn in half, hollowed out a bit, and put together. Oh, that's cunning. That is cunning. I like it. Right, so use a defense drop, and then we should be able to get in close. That does some damage. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and use a strength drop, too. We're full on those anyway, so may as well. Dodge that. Come on, we got this guy. Whoop. Dodge that. There we go. And we got a new word from him, too. Obtained the one-handed sword Labyrinth's Whisper. And there we have it. Cross that off on my list. And we've officially done all of the side quests I had to check off.
Stupid trash getting in our way. It's hard to imagine a shade being here. It's almost like it was waiting for us. They can't be that intelligent.
Oh, really now? Can you truly say so with all confidence? The tactics of the Shades grow more intricate with each passing year. It would not surprise me to see them setting elaborate traps for us before long.
We'd better wipe them out before they get too smart.
In any case, we won't be able to live in peace until we take out the Shadowlord.
Alright, so one last thing I want to do before we head to the end game, which is we do have a side quest in the junk heap. And aside from that, I want to stop in there and see if we can upgrade any weapons, because we literally have never done that. And also the side quest up here is pretty interesting. It's the one about that guy with the gold necklace who appears to be romancing ladies in literally every town in the game. And is a bit of a sleazebag, and we're trying to figure out what his deal is and where he is. I am kind of curious where that's leading to. So let's head up here and see if we can find out. This is the next place we were supposed to head for that quest. So we'll see what that entails from here. Also, I should check and see if that spear we got was any better than the one we had before. What was that? What was that one we just got called? The Labyrinth's Shout. Let's see if that's any good. Weapons. Spears. It is not remotely. But it is a new spear, I suppose. That's something. I'll save real quick now that we've accomplished our goals. There we go. And then check in at the shop.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, got a question for you. Did a guy with a gold necklace come around here maybe 5 years ago or so?
Sure did. Mom used to spend a lot of time with him.
Oh!
Oh no. Don't tell me he's the guy we found with their mom in the junk heap.
Yeah, when we found his dead mom, there was a dude dead next to her.
Sorry, what?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
We can hardly keep this a secret from all parties, and yet I can't imagine how to begin telling them.
Hey, you carry kitchen knives?
Sorry, we're out of stock. Don't even have the materials to make one.
Are these materials something I could get?
Sure. I just need 10 titanium alloys. You can get them from some of those stupid robots.
Got it. I'll be back.
10 titanium. Those are rare drops. What the hell?
I'll make you a... By the way, What can I help you with?
Why does he need 10 rare drops to make a kitchen knife? Hey, Alley Lordswood, I'm doing good. How about yourself? How's your day going so far? Alright, so... Phoenix Spear. We do have what we need to upgrade it, and holy crap, it does so much more damage. So yeah, let's upgrade the Phoenix Spear. There we go, level 2. And we need an Eagle Egg to upgrade it to level 3. I have never seen one of those before. So I don't even need to know where to start with that. Let's see, I think Beast Bane was the one-handed sword I was using, right? I believe so. Let's see if I can upgrade that any. The Iron Ore and Complex Machine, we have those. Cool. We need another stupid machine oil and a ton of iron ore to get it to level 2. So that's about as far as we're going to get that. Let's see. As for two-handed... Two-handed, it looks like Iron Will. Probably our best, but we need rusted clumps for that. We've never seen those before. Vile Axe is pretty close, though. We can upgrade that, then. Let's go ahead and do that. Wow, we can upgrade that again. It'll do mind-blowing amounts of damage. 729, that's disgusting. And we don't have enough to upgrade it again, unfortunately. That is ridiculous. Alright. We got a couple upgraded weapons there, that's good.
Come back soon.
Rip them up!
I'm gonna try real hard to never return. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. The titanium kitchen.
Let's just tell the client. Gideon doesn't need to know.
Yes, I suppose that would be the wisest course of action.
Yeah, we'll just tell the client. We can do that. I'm a little curious about this quest because it is ridiculous. That the guy is literally romancing somebody in every single town in the game. Even the Forest of Myth, and there's like 3 people living there. I suppose he wasn't romancing anybody in the area, but they're kind of creepy up there. So,
He's been dead all along. Poor guy.
One could say he received his just reward. Still, he was with a woman he loved at the very end, so I trust his final moments were happy ones.
There's nothing happy about dying.
I suppose this means the matter will always be a mystery to us.
I suppose. Doing good? Good to hear, good to hear. Alright. We'll stop back into the home village just to turn in this quest. And then off to the end game. We'll definitely be getting a ending today. That's exciting. I was honestly worried that those side quests were going to take longer than they did. Thankfully, neither of them was too bad there. And I appreciate my weapon upgrades. Those are nice, too. These dudes... I wonder where you find some of those materials that we've never found before. Like, how have I just never seen materials when we've been going everywhere? It's kind of weird. Oops, ow. That hurt. He'll be okay. Don't worry about the boar. He's very hard-headed. He'll be fine. Shoes are cheating? It's like doping, except for your feet. Who is this guy?
We killed the Shade at the bridge.
Oh, right.
My daughter is dead. She passed while you were gone.
Oh.
Here. Take this money. I won't be needing it anymore.
30,000 gold. Well, that was grim. And I got a Chivo for doing 30 quests. Excellent. We have kind of done a shitload. And we got one more we're gonna do. I'm trying to remember where the lady who gave us this quest was. I think she's at the end of the shopping district. I think that's her down there.
You two are in our thought.
Hey, I tracked down your boyfriend.
You did? Where is he?
I'm sorry to tell you this, but he's dead. We found his body 5 years ago in the junk heap.
I had a feeling that might be the case. It's the only thing that could explain him not contacting me for so long.
Yes, that and literally nothing else.
Thanks. I think I can move on with my life now. Here's a little gift for you. I appreciate you doing all that legwork for me.
15,000 gold, excellent.
They say he's figured out where Yona is.
All right. We are ready for the endgame then. There are actually shoes from Nike that are banned for professional running sports because they're considered technological doping. I'm not surprised. I figured it was only a matter of time before somebody came up with a shoe that just was so good it gave you an actual competitive advantage. That makes sense. That's just training with weights on. That's the Dragon Ball Z way. And if it's good enough for Goku, it's good enough for anybody. This I believe. And hey, Chris Technician, thank you for kicking in towards our community goal. Oh, we are so close. We are so close to hitting that goal right there. So thank you for that. It's so close I can taste it. Alright, so we gotta head back to, once more, the Lost Shrine.
Oh there. Getting on?
Think? Okay. Raffle Coop, thank you for contributing as well. And Other Rin, thank you for finishing it off. Complete! That is it. We have met the goal. Take that! As I point dramatically off to the side. Alright, well let me fix that right now. Let me go ahead and change the next to show that. Thank you everybody who contributed towards that community goal. That is awesome of you. I appreciate that. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. There we go. The next command has been updated, and that will be our next game. Thank you everybody who contributed. I appreciate it. Show us your badge! It solves every problem. Now what do I spend my points on? Don't worry, the next time we play a long game, there will be another goal, I promise you. If I remember correctly, I had something pretty interesting picked up for the next goal too, so we will see. And Allie Lordswood and John Big Booty, thank you so much for redeeming points towards a Harvester sequel as well. Another noble goal, truly. So, doing these quests today has made me think we need to really figure out how to properly do RNG with Harvester. Because Harvester is going to need not just some RNG, but lots of it. So here's what I'm thinking. We're going to have some conversations in Harvester where you need to convince someone of something. Now, in most games, they'd have some sort of fancy-pants system to do this, where you need to say the right thing, or use clever knowledge, or something like that. No, we're not doing that in this game. All we're gonna do is we're gonna have an option that says, pretty please do the thing, and then the person, it's totally RNG. They'll have a 98% chance of saying no, and a 2% chance of saying yes. So you just have to keep mashing on that option to say pretty please until you roll that magical 2%. Just like in real life, how convincing people works. That's what we're striving for with Harvester 2. Realism. We want the realism is what they want. Sounds like Morrowind. Oh my god, the convincing people in Morrowind. I'm still not 100% convinced I understand how that conversational system works in Morrowind. It is very strange. But yeah, if you're just like tabbed out of someone streaming Morrowind, you hear those conversations. It is incredibly loopy. Oh, I like that. Now, hang on just a second. Oh, you're a funny man. How dare you say that? Alright, I guess I can do that. Simply put, it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not very thematic, and it's very strange. I applaud their attempt to create a conversation system like no one's ever done before. Clearly, it's one of those things where they had a lot of ambition, and they couldn't quite nail down what they were trying to do. But I appreciate them trying to do something at least. If you're annoying enough, they will eventually say yes. Oh, that's magical. And also, like I said, realistic. You know, that's how it works in real life, I think, most of the time. I know whenever I was a kid, my mom wanted me to, like, clean my room or something. The trick was she had to annoy me enough that it was just, no longer worth avoiding her and just, do the thing. I think that was actually the, inspiration for Morrowind. I believe that's what it came down to there. Alright, so we have to get back up. I believe we're heading up to the boss room from the start of the game. We've been in there a couple times now. That was where we fought the first big boss in the game, number 1. Number 2, that's where we went to end things at the end of the first section of the game, number 2. And now it's where we're heading up once again in the conclusion of the game. So it's kind of interesting that they keep circling back to that after everything. Ooh. Wow, look at that damage! Holy crap! I think that was less than 10 hits to take that guy down. Brilliant. I find many things in the game look, sound cool when you just play it casually. Yeah, it's true, There are a lot of mechanics that are very nice in short bursts, but when you need to rely on them for dozens and dozens of uses, they can get a little bit old. I am blasting past all these guys because we have already been in here once today. I don't want to spend too much time here. But these sections of the game we can definitely get away with running away from everybody, so if we can, we shall. There's somebody with a boss health bar back there that I'm ignoring. That's kind of funny. Even in the rooms with the boxes, I can just sort of run through. Just over here. Alright. Should be almost at the next floor, right? I believe so. So over here. So now we're going to go back inside and the door to the exterior right here. Over there. This will take us up to the roof, and we just need to navigate through the roof and we're where we need to be. And as for what waits us after that, I honestly have no idea. I know supposedly we're heading to confront the Shadowlord somehow, using this weird 5-part artifact we've pieced together. And also for some reason it seemed like Popola was going to say something to us before we left. But then she made us take a drink by saying, no, don't worry about it. Never mind. No idea where she was going with that, but either way, we're gonna find out. Box here. Good. Bring it up to the side. And once again, we did all this yesterday as part of the fortune teller quest, so if nothing else, we know exactly where we're supposed to be going now. But I apologize for redoing the thing so quickly after we just did it yesterday. Alright, so now we drop down here. And those doors are where we're going to. Let's go ahead and save. And let's see what awaits us in here. We are in the unknown now.
Such an ominous sight. And yet I find it strangely nostalgic.
Yeah. This is where Vice and I first met. And first fought together.
Wow! This is where you used to live, Vice?
Well, yes, I suppose. In a technical sense.
Pretty nice digs for a floating magazine.
At least it was free from annoying hussies like yourself.
Vice! Language, Vice. The art style of the books reminds me of emerging e-ink tablets. Oh, I totally see that. That's amazing. You cannot turn back from this point. Alright, here we are. Continue? Yeah, let's do it. Let me double check my lists, make sure I got everything I needed to get. Yeah. Yeah, we have everything we need to get.
And now the path is open.
The actual factual point of no return. Exciting. Alright. The strangely bland corridor here. Checking my list and checking it twice. Ooh. Well, this is gorgeous. As far as I know, nobody's ever actually tried to read Vice, but I don't think you'd appreciate that. Welcome in, Dragonfax. How are you doing today? We leave Noob Island for the main RPG area. Is that what this is? Let's look around and see if there's any secrets stashed around here. Can't get up over there. Nor over there. Alright. The music's pretty, but also kind of ominous.
To whom does the true voice speak? To whom does the true form show itself? You must answer.
It can talk!
I ask, why did humans disappear from the world?
The hell is this?
I believe this is some manner of password.
Password?
Yes. The correct answer should grant us access to the castle. I feel confident I have heard this somewhere before.
To whom does the true voice speak? To whom does the true form show itself? I ask, why did humans you must...
Because of a black disease? A black scroll, I believe it's called?
I answer, because of a black disease.
I ask, how can humans extend their lives?
I
gained the lead.
Warden, thank you for the 100 bits. By separating body from soul?
I answer, by separating body from soul.
I ask, what is the destination of souls?
They are placed in their corresponding shells.
I answer, they are placed in their corresponding shells.
Very well. You are acknowledged as master. You may enter.
Well then, it seems the way is open.
I'm not sure what to make of that, but yeah. Appear to have said the right things. Obtained the two-handed sword Phoenix Sword. There's another one to cross off our list. I know, I didn't even study Rin. Phoenix Sword, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. The spice extends life. The spice extends consciousness. The spice is the worms. The worms are the spice. Phoenix Wright has a sword? That would be pretty cool. I'd play that. Alright. Continuing on then. I mean, he was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, wasn't he? As a fighter? Wait a second.
It's the twins from your village.
I thought it was Devil and Popola.
Popola? Devil? What are you doing here?
Trey Dog, thank you for the 48-month resub. Holy crap. 4 years. I appreciate all the support, Trey Dog. Thank you so much for that. And also thank you for apparently lending me your sword, as I see with the icon. Much appreciated. How are you doing today, Trey Dog? Hope everything's going good with you. Only whips are allowed in court. Seriously, what was up with that lady? Why will this judge not sanction anybody for anything?
Hey, any chance you'll just go back to the village?
Excuse me?
This is a very dangerous place. Even if you can find Yona here, you probably can't get her out.
How did you get here?
Yeah, seriously.
Shh. We're asking the questions right now.
What is happening?
We're here to rescue Yona.
No dice, huh? Well, I guess we don't have a choice then.
What?
No, I suppose not. How sad. We didn't want to fight you. We really didn't want to.
Then don't! What are you doing?
Devil! What's happening?
Sorry, but this fate was predetermined. Still, we spoke to truth. We really wanted to avoid this if possible. We were hoping to put it off for 100 years or so.
What?
Until the next generation came along.
What are you talking about?
Are they shades?
I don't think so.
It's a lie! I don't believe it!
We never thought you'd grow to be this powerful.
This is madness. Why do you block our path?
You have no cause to speak so with us, Grimoire Vice. You are a traitor.
What? What is happening?
Oh, what now?
Vice? Vice! Vice!
They copied my powers.
Sorry, what?
Ah, shit on a shingle. They can use the sealed verses.
Of course we can. The power came from us in the first place. You were simply loaned a small portion of it.
What are they talking about?
Are you alright?
Devil, Popola, why are you guys doing this? Why are you siding with the Shades?
Very good question. Wow! Came right at me there. Oh, jeez! Use a minutes to learn for safety.
Why?
The answer to every riddle lies within the heart of the Shadowlord.
The Shadowlord? So you've been on his side this whole time?
You must search for that answer yourself.
No.
You've got to face your own truth now.
No, just tell me the truth. What the hell?
Please, enter the Shadowlord's castle.
I thought you told me not to enter the Shadowlord's castle. What are you doing? Obtain Shadowlord's castle map.
Devila and Popola are fighting us.
Yes, they do seem to be putting us through a great deal of...
Vice?
You okay, Vice?
How odd. For long years, my mind and tongue have been my greatest assets. But now the latter seems to be... Well...
Vice?
Do not look at me like that. I am Grimoire Vice. I am perfectly...
Oh. They broke Vice. What the hell? Traitor! No time to talk. Only time for gameplay. Till the end of the fight, then we'll actually tell you stuff we could have told you before. Except they didn't even do that. Roxana, welcome in. How are you doing today? I can't handle the truth. I did it. Can't give me that. Double helix right out of here. Yeah, that kind of is a take a drink moment. You have to find your own truth now. No! Tell me what you know, you monsters! Vice is a Teddy Ruxpin with a corrupted tape. Oh god, those things are terrifying. Let's take a quick peek at the map here. Oh, well, that's straightforward. Alright.
I think I hear a waltz.
That's weird. Those cursed bears.
It certainly is a grand affair.
Bunch of dancing bastards.
Whoa!
They're all shades!
Shit!
I think we're locked in!
It's not like I was planning to leave.
Oh, got a new word.
Yeah, it's a bit late for that.
Alright, guess we gotta find our way out of here. I don't know what I was expecting in this area, but color me surprised. There's some weird stuff. No, we get speared. There were some finishers. Be a little bit easier. Ooh. Walloped. Get a little cocky there. Ow! Somebody still wasn't knocked down there. Go, get that guy. There were some spears again. Is Squall the coolest looking guy here? Isn't he always? It's kind of his thing, I think. Back out with the finisher. Another new word. Armor break, too. That's a good one. Yo, is that everybody? No, that is not. That guy with a finisher. This guy with a finisher. Right. These clones. Speared. Well, running the numbers down at least, that's a good thing. Alright, so these guys. Oh jeez, watch it! Oh god. And of course one of them shoots at you. Hit him? Nope. Get these ranged guys first and foremost. Well, there's another one over here. I think he's still over there. Yeah, there it is. Take care of him, and then we should be able to take care of the big armor guys and relative safety. Go! Ow. Keep forgetting about that rolling attack. These are help sell. Ow! Is that a flyer? Oh, damn it. That's gonna be a problem. That guy's down. One more down here. Didn't quite get the counter I was looking for there.
Damn it! They won't stop coming!
I'll open the next door. Cover me.
Oh, how I do love a good
Vice!
Oh, right. Protect the hussy, yes? Good plan. Let's go.
Protect Kaine for us.
Working on it.
Stupid door. Come on. Oh, come on.
Kaine! Hurry!
It's not open yet? Do I look like a goddamn locksmith to you?
We can't hold the wall forever, kinda.
No, you idiot. What are you doing?
Lock doesn't want to open? Fine. I'll just break it down.
Stop, you impatient fool.
Goddamn no good bullshit bastard! Open the fuck up already! Ugh! Got it.
Kaine, look out!
Oh no.
Huh?
Had it run!
Fucking.
Are they laughing? These things are freaking me out!
Well, balls.
Kaine! What's wrong?
We need to help Kaine!
Yeah, I know. We gotta kill these guys first.
You okay?
Yeah, but we got problems.
Uh-oh. Oh! It's, Ganondorf.
You don't need forgiveness, asshole.
Kaine?
Alright, he does some good damage, but he takes it pretty well as well. There we go. Hi, Pumbaa!
Damn shit.
Oh dear.
What? I'm like, why is that the backup place? Oh god. Oh, I got a speed clear achievement for that boss too, that's awesome. Oh god. Oh god, why is he healing?
Can we even hurt this thing?
That bug! Oh can't stop now. Damn it.
Stay focused, Kaine. Don't fall victim to such distractions.
Come on! We have to keep going! Let's go!
I keep stabbing him, it's not working.
This way! Move!
We're leaving! Whew. Alright. Let's see, Tarek Silver, welcome in, and Groshin, welcome in. How are you doing today? Could go for some bacon, actually. Shira, how are you doing today, Shira? Hope all is well with you. Ooh, hello. Obtained the Spear Dragoon Lance. That's another one to cross off the old list. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright. We have all but 4 of the weapons in the game. We're doing pretty good here. Game summoned ninja onions when I played it. That sounds interesting. Oh no, what happened, Shira? Also, let me take a quick look and see if that lance is any good. It is not. Oh, that's disappointing.
Up here!
Alright. Well, if you're going for the final boss, you usually go to the top of the castle. That makes sense. There we go. Medicine orb. Oh god, he's coming!
How can we deal with this thing?
Shit! Oh god, he's coming!
Please, hurry!
Shit, I got hit! Oh god, you actually die if you get hit. Wow, alright, this is interesting. Oh god, sure, that's super frustrating, I'm sorry. ISP providers are kind of the worst.
Up here!
How can we deal with this thing?
We have to run!
Please, hurry!
Go, 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 just... No, he's catching up! He's catching up! Oh god. Yeah, I know the P stands for provider. My bad. I was gonna say internet provider, and then I went for ISP instead. Botched it. Customer support is like, that shouldn't even be possible. Then how did you manage it, you fools?
Up here!
How can we deal with this thing?
Come on!
Please, hurry!
Come on! Come on! Oh god! Come on! Doesn't get much closer than that.
Damn it, I can't get it open!
This one looks pretty sturdy. Oh god.
Attack incoming!
Shit! Shit!
The entrance is locked too!
Oh god, we're stuck in
It
here.
seems we are in a bit of a predicament.
Ow! That hurt. Ow! Thought I dodged that one. I did not. Why won't he die? Still not dead. Oh, hey! The folks from Facade. I'm surprised this one gave you so much trouble. We got help! Oh, hell yeah, they're backing us up!
What are you doing here?
You are correct.
But...
Doors open!
That's it! Get out! Hey! Stop! Let me go! Stop it! Damn it! King, no!
We'll meet again, you and I, once all of this is over. Until then.
No! Open the door! You can't fight that thing on your own!
It's alright! You have to keep going! Defeat the Shadowlord and get your sister back! You must once again know the joy of having the one you love by your side. Now then. Say, how many rules are there about what to shout before dying in battle? 88, my liege. Amazing! How do you remember all these things? Not despair, my liege. We are with you. I know. Let's try this again. By the honor of the Mass! For the honor of our king! For the honor of our queen!
Open the damn door!
Knock it off already. Let's go.
Kaine.
He's fighting for you. And for Fira. Don't let him die for nothing.
My friend.
Alright. Let me catch up on chat. Yes, sure, this is our first run towards the first ending. This is my first time playing, but I'm really enjoying this game so far. It's very fun. Blackrock, you take care of yourself. Have an excellent sleep. We will see you around. That was pretty dramatic. I didn't expect them to show up to help me, but that is awesome. We have helped them a lot. I appreciate the acknowledgement. Ooh, new music too. Alright, we're at full health. We don't really need anything else, but I appreciate them giving me a whole bunch of healing items. You know what that means when the game suddenly gets generous with healing items. That's how you know you're getting right at the end. Alright. Well, that means we're not going to have to be too stingy with our items in this next part, I suppose.
Devila! Popola!
Hey again, guys.
Oh, look. You made it. We've been waiting for so long.
Why are you doing this?
It began 1,300 years ago. Humanity, finding itself on the brink of extinction, undertook a last-ditch rescue plan called Project Gestalt.
We read something about that in the underground lab.
Gestalt?
Do you still not remember, Grimoire Weiss? Then let's give you a refresher.
Obtained Project Gestalt documents.
Weiss! My mind. I remember. Devila. Popola. You are not human. In fact. Oh no.
Hey, Cracky Reads! Welcome in. How are you doing today, Cracky? Hope you had an excellent stream. What were you playing today? How did it go? Tell me everything. And for anybody from Cracky Reads stream that doesn't know me, my name is Shane. That's Shane is Games. I play the obscure, the unusual, and the nostalgic. And today we were playing Nier Replicant, which is the remake of the original Nier for PS3 and Xbox 360. And if anybody doesn't want to be spoiled, we are right at the ending right now. So I will warn you about that. It is getting pretty exciting, but I will understand if you need to bail. Oh, jeez. Gotta love Liam O'Brien. The voice cast in this game is very good. The Devil and Popola aren't human, so what are they?
Yeah, sometimes the truth can be a real bitch. You want to finish that thought for him, sister? All of us, every person standing in this room, are mere shells created by the true humans.
What, that means me too? And Kaine? Emil?
What are you saying?
You still don't get it? You aren't human.
So then humans, I mean, the true humans, are extinct?
No. They still live on. You know them as shades.
What?
Each shade is a twisted remnant of what was once a human being.
Crazy, huh? Now let's skip the part where you stand there with your mouths agape and just get down to business.
Wait.
Sorry, but we're gonna be needing that shell of yours. The rightful owner has been waiting for a very long time. Please don't be angry with us. We are only doing our duty. Our endless existences have a single purpose: to control the lives of others in accordance with the will of the true humans. You have your own motives, your own desires. And we have ours. I fear it really is just that simple.
Don't speak such foolishness.
Sorry.
Oh, God. Here we go!
You and us, we're the same. Tools in the hands of a master.
No. I'm nothing like you.
Ooh, this is good music. Get fucked!
Devila? Devila? Popola, are you crying? No, don't die. You know, Popola, I understand now why we're twins. It's because we were born without souls. Devila, I can't stop the bleeding. Oh God, I can't stop it. This world is too too lonely for one without a soul. There's too much emptiness. Our souls are missing. And yet somehow our tears still work. It's kind of weird. Sorry, sis. I love you. Devil! Devil! Don't you go! No, I can't be alone! Devil!
Popola. Let's stop this now.
Stop? Stop? Now you want to stop? You think you have the luxury to stop?
Oh shit.
You cut down my sister like a goddamn animal and now you want to stop? Popola, wait! It doesn't have to. No one stops! It's way too late to stop! No one stops!
Shit. Oh god!
Please, don't do this, Popola!
Oh
You and
god!
Devil were like parents to me! Those two have watched the world wither for time immemorial. The cruelness of such a fate is difficult to imagine. I don't want to do this! I don't want to fight her!
Stop bitching and start fighting! It's the only way!
Ow, Jesus. Never stop not stopping.
No stopping. No stopping ever!
The bridge! Blast! We're trapped!
I've got an idea!
Oh shit.
I fear we're done for.
It'll be all right.
Mill.
You know, when I was young, I hated my eyes. And now that I'm older, I hate what my body has become. But there's something else there now. Something like pride, you know? I mean, without all this, I couldn't have become your friend.
Mill, what are you doing?
Goodbye, my friends. Thank you for everything.
Emil!
For so long, all I could do was destroy. But now, I have a chance to save something.
No!
Now get going, okay?
Emil!
Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine.
Emil! Emil!
Emil! You jackass, get back here! Emil!
Oh dear. Kaine's so unstable, and Vice can't stop arguing with people. I hope they can hold it together once I'm gone. Well, I guess they'll just have to learn. I want to see you again. I want to see all of you again. Just one more time. I'm scared. I don't want to die.
Well, shit. We killed Emil. Where the hell are we now? Shadowlord.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Whew. That was a lot. Sleeping Forest, welcome in. How are you doing today? Whew. That was dramatic. Everybody hold up okay? I hope so. Let's see. So we got those Project Gestalt reports. I want to check out those while we have them here. Ooh, let's check these out. Project Gestalt Report 0923. As noted in the previous report, implementation of Gestalt mode can prevent the white chlorination syndrome we recently experienced. Transfer of bodily information to civilization-repressed replicants is proceeding as planned, with the genes of the originals stored safely inside. Our role as surveillance androids to prepare for the incurable bacterial disease. To prepare for when the incurable bacterial disease eventually dies out is also underway. So far, this is proceeding without issue. Observer 21, codename Popola. Report 9182. This document discusses potential strategies for the relapse cases we have observed in recent years. The term relapse, of course, refers to the catastrophic loss of sentience seen in certain gestalts. This syndrome has defied even our most pessimistic initial estimates, and continues to trend upward with disturbing speeds. With some relapse gestalts beginning to attack replicants, there is an urgent need to take comprehensive action. We remain convinced that an unknown technological defect in the Gestalt transformation process is responsible for this condition, but so far have been unable to confirm this theory. Research of this condition is now our top priority and looks likely to continue for some time now. Observer 22, codename Devila. Ergo Proxy is a good comparison as well. Good series, too. Good series. I like that one. Yeah, Shira, sometimes some things just get you right at your core, and you never really get over that emotional response there. Report 10432. Shorthand minutes of Case 23 Emergency Response Conference, Committee Special Meeting. Issue: Observed upward trend in relapses noted and discussed. Issue: Acceleration of restoration schedule approved. Report: Debate over using codename Noir for human restoration schedule. Report: Preparations to launch Vice decoding system for above. Report: Order collection of guidance and release code for Max alongside Vice launch. But that's my name. Observer 21, codename Popola. Observer 22, Devila. There's the pictures of the books, Vice and Noir over there. And here's the last one. Report 11242. We have determined that the rise of relapses was due to an unexpected spike in the sentience of replicants, as well as a genetic instability within the original Gestalt. It seems the original's effect on bodies that have undergone the Gestalt process was not anticipated in advance. Immediate action must be undertaken to identify the links between this trend and the original Gestalt, along with its sister, the relapsed case known as Yona. The Observer Contact Group is growing uneasy, so finding a solution to the relapse issue should be considered top priority. See other reports for more details. There's a lot to take in here, and I'm gonna need a minute. Casita, it's a miserable pile of secrets, I believe. Chris Technician, welcome in. How are you doing today? Alright. We gotta keep going. Momentum is gonna carry us through for now. There we go. Hit him again. While they're down. I think we got a handle on this. These last ones over here, and they should be good. Oh, we got some big ones now. I spoke too soon. These guys down. Hopefully we'll be okay. I'd rather not lose too much health here if we can help it, but obviously I'm not totally in control of that. Never played Castlevania, that's an excuse, no worries. I will be happy to play some Castlevania games on your behalf. I've already played both the PS2 ones, and I'm hoping to do some of the Game Boy Advance ones next. What is that? Strength drop? What can we do about that? Oh, what was the dinner report? What did I have today? Excellent question. I had some frozen pizza. Because I was feeling like not leaving the house today and not doing too much else. I'm good. Thank you for asking, though, Chris. Kind of getting deja vu in these rooms here. Oh, God! Get him! I just realized I'm not getting any heals because Emil's not around anymore, and then I got a little bit sad. Made myself a little bit sad there. Hate when that happens. Alright. Let's, medicinal herb. There we go. We're full on everything else anyway. Whew. The quote is from the PS1 one, originally, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Which I'd like to play one day because it is one of my favorite games, but also I feel like I'm not very good at it. Yellow curry chicken, oh that sounds nice. Instant Pot is a very good thing for making a lot of rice dishes. I believe this. Oh wait, beef tacos, that sounds good. Excellent. Ooh, Alley Lords, what kind of pizza are you getting? Declare your toppings. We got a cinema Let's see what we got here.
Yona!
This ends here!
Strike hard. Hold nothing back.
This is definitely giving me final boss vibes.
How can a mere tool hope to stand against the Shadowlord?
Don't speak in such a manner, fool. I am nothing like you.
That's right. Ha! Beat him!
Be careful!
I know!
Alright, now we go after the man himself. Wow! Jeez, he's strong. I think we're going to be using magic, so let's go ahead and use one of those items we've been saving up all game. Magic drop. Doubles magic damage for 30 seconds. Hell yeah. Let's see. Emmy, welcome in. Holy hell, this song makes me feel like I'm in church. They do love their choirs in the songs, but it's a cool song, though. How are you doing today, Emmy? He's doing some good damage. He's pretty tough, though. Ow! What? Oh, jeez. Got some wild attack patterns here. Get out of there. Dodge.
Vice, you alright?
Naturally, I am as fit as a bit.
Keep it together, Vice. We need you. Past the halfway point. We just gotta keep pouring it on now. There we go. Whew. Blanketfish, welcome in. How are you doing today? Yoda! Ending A, the first one.
Brother?
Yoda.
Wait. Huh? No. No, me, brother. Brother here.
Please, just stop. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't need someone else's body. I don't want it. There's another girl inside this body. I can hear her. She won't stop crying. She says She wants to see her brother.
Yona's been possessed?
This girl loves her brother too, just as much as I do. It's not right, you know? It's not right that she can't see him. It's you, isn't it?
Yes, it's me. Let's go home.
Yona, where are you going? Yona?
I'm really sorry. I don't know what to... I'm so very sorry.
Yona?
No matter what. Just know that I love you.
Hurry. The shade that possessed her is gone.
Oh god, I don't think it's over yet.
Kaine, watch over Yona.
Alright, first of all, Evil Blanketfish, welcome in. How are you doing today? What were you streaming? How did it go? Tell me everything. And to any of your community that doesn't know me, my name is Shane. That's Shane's Games. I play the obscure, the unusual, and the nostalgic. And today we're playing Nier Replicant, my first time through the game. And yeah, this is ending A, the first ending, which I'm enjoying right here. Rin, excellent comeback there. Alright, so there's a lot going on here. But we gotta fight first before we can sort through any of the emotional baggage here, I think. Oh, playing Octopath still. How are you enjoying that one? I've heard it can get a little bit repetitive, but it looks very pretty, and it looks, it seems like a fun story as well. I probably don't need to bother Rin, because I don't think we have too much of Ending A left. We'll probably put in Ending B once we get there, but I think we're almost done with this run. Good idea, though. Good idea.
For me. You want me to understand your sadness? You think I'm gonna sympathize with you?
Oh, jeez!
I swore to protect my sister and my friends. If someone puts them in danger, they must stand aside or be cut down. Now come on!
Whoop.
Let's finish this!
I can't tell if I'm doing any damage to him. Holy shit!
Weiss, what's wrong?
You're freaking me out here, Weiss.
Yeah, it's him!
What are you doing? Come, so... just do it! Strike the killing blow!
I'm working on it! Weiss!
No bother. One moment, please.
You okay?
Fine, just fine. Alright, no, I'm not.
Weiss.
It seems some headstrong idiot has decided to push me beyond my limits. I should have taken that job as a cookbook when I had the chance.
Weiss, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Only joking. I hate cookbooks.
but...
Let's go. Out of the way. I have one final task to fulfill.
Where are you going?
Why, to stop him, of course. But after that, it's up to you. Only you can see this battle to its conclusion. I wish you luck, my friend.
You can't. I swore I'd always fight by your side.
You're an exceedingly stubborn lad. You know that, yes? Perhaps that's why I've so enjoyed our time together. But I fear this is where our journey ends.
Weiss!
Oh, and remember what I told you about using my full name? Well, forget it. I've grown rather fond of Weiss.
Weiss. I knew you'd come around.
Don't let it go to your head now.
Grimoire Weiss has lost all of his powers. Yep, I don't have any magic now.
I have something to defend. I have a reason to live.
Ow! Alright, I see what we're doing.
Shadowlord.
Oh, damn it. Oh god, alright, we're wearing him down. 2 minutes to learn for safety. Whew. Chivo. Let's check in with everybody.
Is Iona all right?
No.
Oh god, no.
Oh, please, the girl is fine.
Nice.
Weiss? Where are you? Are you okay?
I am as well as can be, considering I have lost my physical form. Doubtless my voice will be the next to go, so listen closely. Your sister is safe. Do not mourn her, and do not give up hope. Instead, you must call her back to you.
How?
Use your memories. Recall the times you spent with her. Present her with proof that the two of you live still, and that your lives have meaning.
I don't know.
Typical. But take heart. I know you can do it.
What's my favorite food? Cookies. What's my favorite book? That's my magic storybook. What's my favorite place? Home with you. What's my favorite flower? The lunar tear, of course. Okay, one more question. Who do I love more than anyone? That's not the right name.
What am I doing here? Wait, do I have to... Oh, I actually have to use the keyboard for this. Is it me?
Is that you?
Yona.
Is this my body?
Yes, Yona. It's yours and yours alone.
You look bigger than before. Like you've grown up.
Well, yeah. I guess you haven't seen me for a while.
Have I been asleep this whole time?
Something like that.
It's almost like I'm a princess from some fairy tale.
Oh, Yona. I'm so happy to have you back.
Me too.
Kaine.
You and your sister, you have a good life, Kay?
Where are you gonna go?
Guess I'll...
You could stay with us, you know.
Thanks, but I'll pass. You know how it is. I got my own shit to take care of.
What do you mean?
Personal shit, alright? Anyway, take it easy, yeah?
Kaine.
Hey, look! It's beautiful. For the longest time, I heard someone telling me how they wanted to see the light. And now, they can finally see it. Thank you. I love it. It's so sunny today.
Yeah, it sure is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nier Replicant Ending A. Whew. I don't know what I was expecting in there, but that was a lot of stuff I didn't expect. Especially the whole thing about the Gestalt project and the replicants. Holy crap. Whew, thank you for the GGs, Tarek, Chris, Nano. Lost, thank you. That is very emotional though, holy crap. Fuzzy Dimples, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Warden, thank you for the GGs. Whew. Alright. This is super weird that they're presenting the credits completely in alphabetical order, not in order of department. I don't think I've ever seen a video game do that before. That is very confusing. Whew, alright, so... that is the first ending. I promised once we got to the ending I'd explain what's going on here. So the way Yoko Taro does endings is he doesn't make it where you have to make a choice and that determines what ending you get. Instead, it's repetition. You have to do some New Game Plus runs. But this is the important thing, is it doesn't just change the ending. What happens is all throughout the New Game Plus run, cinemas will have additional content in them, giving more background, more context to what's going on in the game now that we know how the game originally ends. And also things might happen differently in some of these cinematics as well. So we don't just have to wait, we don't just have to rush to the ending and just get something different there. Instead, we're going to get a whole bunch of new information throughout this run, and I'm very interested to see how they're going to expand upon what we learned just now as we go through our second run. Very interested in that. Falls, welcome in. You are not Fib 2, no, but we're also going to keep playing after this. So that was ending A. Next up, we got to go for ending B, is what we're going for. But good morning, Falls. Hope you're having a good day so far. So not only have they mixed up the staff between different departments, but it looks like they've mixed up the English staff and the Japanese staff in here as well, which is very strange. I see some voice actors, some of the English voice actors in there, which is interesting. Right. So that's why I want to make sure to play more endings after that. So at a bare minimum, we're going to go for ending Bs. I'm hoping we can get all of the endings, but we'll see what happens. Follows, that is a question I have to ask myself far too often. Hopefully it's not your browser. So what do you guys think so far? Obviously we can't totally judge until we get all the information, but how'd you like that part? You enjoying where the story is taking you so far? Do you feel some feels with that ending right there? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Whew. Yeah, it's also going by first letter, which is not usually how you do alphabetical names, which is interesting. Right. Now that I'm stronger, I'm going to be getting through a lot of the stuff a lot faster. Plus, I already know where to go, so there won't be any questions of what to do. And on top of that, the most important thing is, remember, in that run, I did a ton of side quests, and now we don't have to do any side quests at all. We have accomplished all the side quests we need to do in that run. That was specifically why we did that, is so we wouldn't have to do more. There is one side quest we have to do in this next run. But that's because it wasn't available to us in the first run. But aside from that, we are good to blast our way through this next one, so that'll help a lot, I think. Technically, you don't know the story without playing all the Draconeer games and plays. I mean, I've looked up what the connection between Drakengard and Nier is, and it feels very tenuous. Very, very tenuous. I don't feel too bad about skipping those ones. Let's see, Shira, you always get the feels. Warden, as expected, is giving you the feels, so it's good to know. Oh, geez, Follows. I don't think that's supposed to be happening. That's not how cinematic mode's supposed to work. These more jumping puzzles? Please, no. Please, none of those. I had enough trouble in the desert section there. That was brutal. I don't think I'm going to have to go through those jumping puzzles again, so that's good. Whew. Looks like Team Shane is blasting through the game again! Alright, there we go. Alright, so now... So you can see there's an A right there now, representing the fact that we've got ending A. Whew. All right. Now do I back out of here, I think? Yeah, I think so. That's the ending B. Load your clear data after completing the game to experience Kaine's story. All right. You can now read a departed mother's diary in your house. Wardrobe has been added to the options menu. New outfits can be obtained by progressing through a departed mother's diary. Change music has been added to the game settings in the options menu. Yeah, Rin, go ahead and put Route B in the title. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. Whew, alright. Master Bismuth, welcome in. How are you doing today? Alright, so let's test this out. We'll hit continue. And then we just go to our last save file here. Load this up. See what happens. Yeah, we'll check out some of those new options here. I'm curious about that.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway...
So we saw this before. This was near the start of the second half of the game. This is where we're picking up, it looks like. Kaine's dreams. Discrimination. The sound of rain filled the village. This definitely didn't happen before. But we've already found something new. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from the huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly towards the wooden hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as any could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. These traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on. Come on. The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the veins slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly towards the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yoo-hoo, Kaine! The voice belonged to Demo, the worst of the bullies in the Eyrie. As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and the usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kaine knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated, and if possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak! Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. You can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. Can't hurt me, can't hurt me, can't hurt... Oh look, the little freak's gonna cry! What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless. Failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off. Kaine couldn't meet Demo's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kaine's face with thick fingers and yanked it upward. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb into her eyelid to pry it open. "Show me." "No." "Did you just say no?" Demo grinned evilly. "You don't say no to me. No one says no to me." Not even taking his attention away from Kaine, he called to his cohorts. "Come on, guys. Let's give the freak what she deserves." As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down against Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. "I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are." Kaine ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. He continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. "Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to." "Freak!" chanted the children. "Freak, freak, freak!" Kaine closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. "Oh my god, he's crying! He's actually crying!" Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. "Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it." The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. "Ow!" he screamed, leaping to his feet. "Stop it! What are you doing? Quit whining! Ain't no one ever died from a scratch." "You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch! A big one! That thing could have killed me!" The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid." Demo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kaine, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. "Get out! Leave this village! No one wants you here, either of you!" Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her sides and barked out a single laugh. "Ha! Look at the fat boy go! Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight." The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting at the blood on her forehead. "Oh, Kaine," she said, "why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot." The words of her grandmother stung Kaine, and she turned away. "Don't be nice to me," she said. "I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore." Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. "Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead." As Kaine's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kaine found herself unable to turn away. "Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand?" The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. "You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine. You know because you survived it." As the words hit home, Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kaine and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kaine truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not! Don't be an ass! Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't. Hush, interrupted Grandma. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you, and if folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears! Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. Kaine reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these? Just stumbled on them while I was out doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kaine to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in its construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kaine blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me, she said. As long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Kaine took her grandmother's hand in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough. Even if it's us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Kaine's dreams daily life. This is a lot of extra stuff. This is neat. In the distance, Kaine heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being produced, however, was as far from a work of art as could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid piece of shit axe! Kaine's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush. Grandma! Called Kaine. That you, Kaine? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Don't get too close, or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake. She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kaine close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. When she'd scuttled to a safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, Grandma! Do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or, a new axe or something? The axe, poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can get the water? Shades have been restless lately, and I don't want you running into one of them bastards. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either end. Gathering water was by far the most difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kaine did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kaine moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a distance from the Eyrie. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of land they called home. Kaine enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with a solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge. Frustrated, Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it! Crap! She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in the good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood, and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with a blade, but the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small pink hands. This is tough, and my logs are all weird sizes. Spitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezy laugh. Pretty clumsy, girl. You better practice if you... Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes wide, Kaine dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma! The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket! Can't let it spill. Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home on the hem of her dress, but Kaine didn't notice. Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and batted Kaine away. Stop that! Just stop! She cried, breathing heavily. It ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all. Kaine desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the woman's shaking hands and worn face told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending. Sooner than either of them had feared, the positions would be reversed. The next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you're sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kaine gently pushed her down. It's all right, she said. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed like an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. Well, I don't like it, goddammit. Guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kaine strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across a dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade, or worse, Demo and his gang. But she encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kaine finally found herself at the entrance to the village. The few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands, or slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted these words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her hands in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. Hey lady, said Kaine with a bravado she did not feel. Where's the apothecary? The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered anger. How dare this thing speak to me, they seemed to say. But Kaine saw that her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one. Which way? Kaine repeated. The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary, but the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He'd clearly been sent here on some sort of family errand, because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. Oh my god, he sputtered. What are you doing here, freak? The insult was delivered without force, and Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. Ha! Barked Demo. The old bitch finally keel over? Go to hell, Demo. The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head, but before he could let fly a comeback, the course, a punch. The apothecary told him to knock it off before he kicked him out of the store. Nemo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic, but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. Surely in a world so vast, there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colors, but time had worked its cruel magic, and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Annie turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle, but sad, and they seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. That's my daughter. I sketched her when she was just a little girl. She's been dead a long time now. Annie didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. Pictures are wonderful things, continued the shopkeeper. They let the ones closest to you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw. Annie took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard the rumors about you, he said. Small village, word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Kali, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. Emma's name is Kali? Thought Kaine suddenly. She was still mulling this new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. Your grandmother's an old friend of mine, he said as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her this much. I owe her much. I wager she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yes, I think she would like that very much. Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless. And with enough tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kaine to think she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, and found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. Back already, are you? Asked the grandmother with a yawn. Come here, let me have a look at you. Grandma sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe. Finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. Well, how was it? Those bastards give you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kaine with a small smile. No, seriously, it was. Fun, eh? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. Uh-huh. So anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know. As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch a portrait. Portrait of me? Ridiculous! No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone. Grandma, it'll make you live forever. Horseshit, said her grandmother, throwing back the sheet from her bed. Living forever just pissed me off. Now put those crayons away and help with dinner. But Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house as if posing for a master artist. Kaine took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and slowly let it drift to the floor. It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all. I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, make drawing easy or something. The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, and slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kaine, she said between laughter, you are truly my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But, hush, I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always. True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand it no more and asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. "Posh," said the old woman. "I'll take this down when they roll me in my shroud." Pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. "Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. And it makes me want to go on. Someday you can feel the same happiness." It was a moment that burned itself in Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride, love, and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, never forget the old woman who made her place in the world possible. Time moves on. People and memories move in and out of a life like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different, Kaine swore, as I will remember it forever. Forever. Kaine's dreams, separation. Hope everyone's still enjoying this. I know this is a little bit different from all those boss battles we had, but I'm enjoying the story so far. Hope you folks are too. Kaine listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. "Thank you, Shira. Thank you, John. I'll continue then." "Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug." The old woman threw some more wood onto the cooking pot and snorted. "It's no bug, you fool girl. It's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs?" "Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug," said Kaine. "And I think it's burnt or something, because it smells terrible." With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry into her mouth, chewing as little as possible. "Oh, yeah, that's terrible, all right." "Why, you little brat," laughed the old woman. "Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, that's a fact." Yeah, Nano, this is interesting. I like the extra story, learning about Kaine here. 5 years had passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots, with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. "Where are you going today?" asked Grandma suddenly. Kaine looked up, surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. "Well, I was going to check out the kelma trees and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow." "Flagstones? What in the hell for?" Kaine stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, the old place sagged like a boxer in the final round. "Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection." The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. "God damn, girl, if a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let them come. We'll get nothing worth stealing anyway." Jane reads The Hobbit when? Dude, I would love to do some reading streams. There are some legal problems with that, though, but I would actually really enjoy that. And if people would enjoy that too, let me know. It's something to think about, if nothing else. "I'm not worried about thieves, I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday." The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. "Shoot, I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other..." "Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight, you know that." A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost at a carnival. "Yes," she said after a bit. "Yes, of course you're right. Sorry, Kaine. Lately it seems like my mind is..." He didn't finish the thought, instead walking over to her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flower's petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness. Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. Shenanigan, that seems like an excellent way to start a reading. I love it. I'm stealing that. You're gonna be a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls and more talk about how beautiful you've become. Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. You're a beautiful thing, said the old woman. There ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day. Such a mouth on you! Where did that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl! Yelled Grandma. Suddenly she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Grandma! Yelled Kaine in a quaky voice. Grandma, stop it! What the hell? The old woman stared at her and blinked, and slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if it was the first time she had ever seen them. Oh! I don't know what happened there. Sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... And I thought the look on her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old codger like me. You go out and get your fruit, your wall, and whatnot. I'll be fine. And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Anna rolled her eyes and kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but in the end the temptation was too great. She spun on her heels for one final look and saw a small, bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she had found only a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for her lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with a finger, Kaine suddenly felt her stomach knot in on itself. No! Oh gods, no! Her grandmother's house was ablaze. The flames licked up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Grandma! Kaine ran then, faster than she'd ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but she leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. It can't be fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt, her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine, it let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kaine responded with a scream of her own. All right, you bastard, she thought as her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. It's you or me, let's go. The shade eyed Kaine with bemused interest, then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced towards the house. Through the smoke and flame, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. Grandma! At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. She's alive! Thought Kaine. Alive! Kaine's legs sprang into life as she raced across the yard towards the flame and wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up! Get up! Get up, get up, get up now! As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped towards the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might as well have been pushing against a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kaine lurched to her feet, only to fall back to the earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken tail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer. Grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard! Laughing at us! She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. Yeah, I see your plan. The shade moved its claws slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill this bastard! Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble towards the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. Give her back! She screamed. Give her back to me! It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air towards the young girl who was latched to its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. Kaine? Annie's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma? Kaine, gotta run. You can't best this one. Kaine grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on. We have to go. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. Grandma, no! No! I said run, goddammit. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof, and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell salted Kaine's nose once again. She stared at the foot dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind one after the other, faster, faster, until it became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased back, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppeteer. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles. Her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine seized the moment. Laughing like a madwoman, she leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade took Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing into the earth once again. Chest rose and fell slowly. as if a great weight was resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? I think it is. I think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames. All of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! Kill it, 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 kill it! Kill it now! As the spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer, and longer, and longer. And we're back here! Inabito, welcome in! How are you doing today, Inabito? Hope everything's going good with you. Whew! Got to learn a little bit about Kaine there. That was interesting. Sad, though.
The beast approaches.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to stand a chance this time. I am a lot stronger than the last time I fought this guy. What up, asshole? Yeah, that was rough. Holy shit. But already this playthrough's off to a good start. Alright, so now we gotta break his tentacles first and foremost.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again.
Ow!
It dies today!
I'm being kind of lazy and just taking my way through this.
My sword feels lighter.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down!
Not even using his sword right now, but it's amazing. And I one-shotted him at the end there, nice. Squish. Still satisfying the second time. Kaine's dreams encounter. Wow, we're getting a lot of new stuff right here. Whew. Gently, weakly, softly. The shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off towards the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Shamed beyond imagining, Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home, and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make clapping a real bitch. Ha! Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought of the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated in smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. I want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop! No! Don't hurt that picture! Kaine reached out with her remaining arm and waved it futilely in the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture into the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Ha-cha-cha-cha. I look like that? Oh God. Oh God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine held her head back in the mud and smoke of a ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish? Like a prayer or something? Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me! Save me! Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice in her mind. I don't make wishes. They don't come true for me. I'm a curse. Freak. I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Oh God, you are the best! Kaine glanced down and saw black shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet, and then began moving up the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice. Let it go. Annie tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die. So why not let me have it? Have what? Your body! Come on, give it to me. Give it to me! I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood, just like before. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Now give me that body. Come on, give me the body and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. The black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop. The black ooze hesitated, as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Now what the hell, sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Kaine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern, the pattern of the shades, burn itself into her left arm. I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, Sunshine. I think you and me are going to be good friends now. Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. It's my favorite dish and I'm hungry. Let it go, feel the anger, burn with the fire of revenge, thirst for blood, then go out there and... Shut up and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, Sunshine, real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have the body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the Eyrie would love to see you dead. Kaine grabbed the nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. Stupid idiot, Carol! You're possessed now, Sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a long, loud wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed? Whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me? We got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now. Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So, listen, purred the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty in it for you, too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People we want to kill? I can make it happen. That little fat kid who kept picking on you? That big old shade that squashed your granny? We'll wrap them up in their old assholes. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kaine. You're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? What, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. Annie considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt against her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. How about it? You and me? We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part if you don't want. Fuck off, asshole, murmured Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Ha ha ha! Screamed the voice. Look at you go! Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name is Taran, and if you ever need me, I'll be just hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour, and I like rotten and sour. Kaine found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shade, and I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Taran. Count on it. Ah! Laughed Taran. I'm shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, Sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grew fainter and eventually faded away, fading to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. Feels perfectly normal, she thought. Feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I am not a shade. I am Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were just as bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the Eyrie arose to their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world. Whew.
Alive! Stay alive! Stay alive!
Grandma.
Kaine, you gotta live! You gotta come back to us!
Oh, hey. Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you?
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow, you grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Shit. That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadowlord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Kaine waking from her long petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
Oh, don't they?
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious!
Alright, let me catch up on chat real quick. Radnov, welcome in. How are you doing this weekend, Radnov? Good to see you as always. Deviant Fish, hope you are doing well. Thanks for joining us today. Gamagumo, local girl literally too angry to die. Basically that's how that happened. LTG, how are you doing today? Why is Kaine's grandma sounding like Randy Savage? No. See, this is my generic old people voice. Also my kind of shady character voice. Randy Savage, you have to drop down to about here. Right around here. He's been to the top of the mountain, brother. Oh, yeah. The cream of the crop. Right down about here, not up here. Grandma, Randy. Grandma, Randy. Oh, yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim. Grandma, Randy. Doing well, just finished getting some stuff done, so getting ready to relax a bit. Excellent. Hope we get some nice quality relaxing time this weekend. What have you been playing recently, Radnov? The cream of the crop. I love Randy Savage so much. Like, I can't take him seriously. Like, every single monologue he's ever given, I laugh my ass off listening to, but I love the man dearly. Yes, absolutely nothing terrible happened, Gamer. Nothing terrible, except all of the terrible stuff that happened. Aside from that, nothing. Wow, geez, that was quick, LTG. Are you still gonna play more, or are you done with the game now? Shayna's elocution lessons. I've never actually had any formal voice training. I had a teacher that wanted me to take vocal training once because she needed somebody with a nice deep voice for the choir, but I was too shy to do it, so I never did. Ooh, nice. I've actually never heard of either of those, so you stumped me twice, and I usually am pretty good with Super Nintendo stuff. Hope you're enjoying them. Guess technically Super Famicom, that would explain it then. Well, I hope you're enjoying them. Hope they're good stuff. Better than Tintin, I hope. Hope you're doing good. Shade is self-taught voice actor. I mean, basically. I wouldn't call myself a voice actor because I haven't done anything professionally, but I enjoy doing it. I have a lot of fun with it. It was a good game, but brutal. You actually did enjoy it then. That's good. That's good. All the parts I saw looked really just savagely challenging, so I'm glad you were able to get through it at least.
Please try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, as long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But...
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
We should turn in.
Emil's a bony little teddy bear. I love him. He's the best.
I didn't get much sleep that night. For the first time in my life, I hated Devila. For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades. Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
Yeah, again, Emil has an entire mansion. For some reason, he's not like, hey, Kaine, let's just go chill at my mansion. You can have whichever one of the dozen bedrooms you want to sleep in. No, they just sleep in the grass for some reason. Which is insanity.
I should apologize to Kaine and Emil, but what good would that even do?
I got a fire going, Kaine.
Wait, is that...
Campfire?
Hey, this didn't happen last time.
I'm so happy to get to talk to you again, Kaine.
Oh, hey, this is new.
Yeah, me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
Hang on, I will be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. Sorry about that, folks. Nature called and would not be sent to voicemail. Oh. Ren, thank you for those links there. I appreciate that. Let's continue the scene now, shall we?
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right? Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing. My body is different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was. No matter how bad things got, she gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body. I know we can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay. Can we just forget I told you about that?
That was really cute. So they really added a lot of new stuff to this playthrough. That's awesome. I was a little worried that it would just be little snippets here and there, but this is a ton of new stuff.
Sleep well?
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
Alright, what do we got here? 900 gold. Old moonflower seeds. And we will take a look at that in a bit. Oh, Shido, thank you for the clip. I appreciate that. That was really wholesome. It was a fantastic little scene right there. Alright. Let's go ahead and make a new save here. Alright. And it is about a bajillion degrees in the streaming room again, so I think this is probably where we're going to go ahead and call it again for the day. But hey, we beat the game for the first time, and we are starting on the B route now, so I'm really eager to see what all these scenes are, because I'm enjoying all these ones so far, finding out about Kaine's past, and seeing the little interludes like the fireplace right now. That was really cool. That was really neat. I'm looking forward to seeing more of those. So we will be back tomorrow, and we'll be picking up right where we left off, so I hope I will see you folks all then. I would really appreciate seeing you there. GG, thank you, John. I appreciate that. And thank all of you for joining me. It was a blast hanging out with you, as always, through all those very, very emotional scenes. I appreciate you being here. And if you got a minute to spare, I would really appreciate it before we call it quits, because we still got to do one last thing to wrap up the day, and that is... let's see who else is streaming. So if you're not done watching Twitch, maybe I can send you somewhere cool. I would very much like to do that. So make sure to hit follow if you haven't already. That'll be the quickest way to find me tomorrow, or at any point in the future if you'd like to stop back. I'd love to have you here. And while I'm looking to see who all is live right now, there are some links in chat you might want to check out if you haven't seen them yet. You have a link to my Twitter if you'd like to get notified about the stream that way. You have a link to my YouTube if you'd like to see any of the games I've played in the past, or if you'd like to get caught up on Nier, all the videos are going up there. And we have a link to my Discord if you would like to chat with myself or the rest of the community outside of the stream. Everyone is welcome in there, so feel free to join us. And I see where we are headed to right now. Something you might have seen before here, but still a very cool thing to see, and with someone you haven't seen play it before necessarily. Folks, I would really like it if you would join us as we go raid Fractal Mind Mike, who is a very cool retro streamer that focuses on playing big box PC games, has the most incredible collection of them I've ever seen. And today he is playing a favorite of the stream, Tex Murphy the Pandora Directive. So I'm very excited to see what he thinks of it. I don't remember if he's played it before. So why don't you join me over there, say hi to Mike, hang out for a little bit, throw him a follow if you like what he's doing. But hey, if you got other things to do, I will just say as I always do, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world. I will see you folks tomorrow for more of Nier Replicant, Route B. Take care of yourselves till then, everybody.